What is happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Fins Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan. And tonight on the tailgate party that never seemed to stop, we got all kinds of good stuff. I am loaded down. Got clips, got breakdowns, got articles. We signed some guys. Captains were named. I mean, it's a busy Thursday. I'm like, oh, come on for a little bit. I got so much crap, man. I am overwhelmed, but I will make sure to deliver for you guys. Show it all, talk about it all, look at it all. More people are weighing in on the Tua throw to Tyreek Hill in the preseason, breaking it down. It's the Zabruta film of football right now. It's and that's okay, you know. Criticism is fine. A lot of people are going at Kurt Warner for daring to say that something was wrong with Tua's mechanics. So he's taking heat from everywhere. But we're going to look at it anyhow. We're going to hear what he's got to say. I got so much stuff, some highlight videos for the new guys, player press conferences, coaches presser. I mean, guys, just loaded down with good content. So before we get going, make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribing if you're new. And also make sure to check out all the great content. Talk 7 TMI Tuesdays live between 9 and 10 with color commentary. Myself and Ali doing co-hosting on there. On Thursdays, you guys can typically catch Color. He's on the hiatus, but you'll catch him, more, and then Coffee with a Cup of Color. You guys also got Late Night Exhale with Ali on Saturdays, crushing it, doing all kinds of good stuff. And then you can count on El Capitan to fill in anytime, all the time, every time, anytime. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate guys that help support the network. Really appreciate it. You guys can also support the network through Fanatics, link in the description. Buy some of your good gear through Fanatics. It helps the show. And also, guys, you can go and buy some of our gear. Got all kinds of stuff, the new tumblers, flip-flops, the good. Got the bathing suits for the ladies, flags for the tailgate, beanies when it gets cold, fire hats. Make sure you guys are hitting the link in the description for some swag. Pick it up. We actually talked to HB in the back and got a whole thing coming out. We're going to be setting up with the website and all kinds of merch and stuff. That's just going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be great. Also, partnered with Backroom Collections. Make sure to use offer code #TFTG, and you'll get 10% off of all of your purchases through Backroom Collections. So, thanks for everybody coming in here early. I appreciate you guys. Joe, what's happening, family? Hope all is good. We are getting close to the season. Can't wait for football. I'll watch some college football until then. Yes, Joe, I'm super excited. John, what's happening? California, what's going on? Color, what's up, buddy? RL Lyles, what's happening, bud? Thanks for coming over. Kentucky born, or excuse me, Florida born, Kentucky grown. My fault, doggy. What's going on? You, what's happening? Thanks for sliding through. And Q, you and Q, what's happening, guys? Make sure everybody's hitting the like button on the way in. We're going to delve into a lot of this stuff. Fresh Kid Ice, welcome. Welcome to the Fins Tailgate. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, come on over to YouTube. Subscribe over here. Get in on the conversation. As far as college football goes, I don't really watch it too much, but Brandon, the bookie, when the cash and ticket starts rolling in, you'll be able to get some college betting and college football, and there's even talk, and I know it's sacrilege around here because I'm a Canes fan, but he's a big diehard Gators fan, and he very well may make like a Gators show on the network. So once he can get some more time, it's in the future, guys. We're bit by bit, day by day. And we're growing fast. We're almost at 2,400 subscribers. We're crushing it right now. Thank you to everybody for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all the new subscribers, everybody. Robert, what's going on, brother? Getting there, getting close to 2,500. We're really shooting to hit the 2,500 by game day next Sunday. So not this Sunday, but following Sunday. So hopefully we can get there and have 2,500. And just keep growing, man. The more we grow, the more you guys donate, the more, this thing becomes, less of a hobby and more of something I can convince my wife to let me put the kind of time I'm already putting into it for a good reason. Then hopefully things will take a new level. What's happening? New attitude. Salute, brother. So, yeah, I got tons and tons. Yes, Bethel, a good signing or a great signing? That is the question. I have an article on that. We're going to get into that. All kinds of good stuff, dude. We also signed Freddie Swan. I'll get into a little bit of that stuff. What did I have first that I wanted to get into, though? Let me see, guys. I have so much crap, man. Videos, interviews. I guess we will start with the new guys. So, Freddie Swan, per Barry Jackson, he says, Agent Jeff Ortro tells me a dozen teams called with interest in new Dolphins practice squad guy, wide receiver Freddie Swan. He's an ex-Florida Gator. Swan spoke with McDaniel and Welker. Return skills on the man. He averaged last year 8.6 yards per punt. Also could lead to promotion at some point into some starting games. He started 8 games last year in Seattle. He had 32 catches for 502 yards with 6 touchdowns in the last 2 years with Seattle. Dolphins got to fire a receiving group, but this could be that special teamer guy that gets out there on the 53 doing some punt. Who knows? They might rotate. They'll probably take Ethan Carter and put him on the practice squad and then bring up another wide receiver. It really gives some awesome flexibility with what they want to do. Remember, still got Sanders, that Braylon Sanders they signed back here, and they got River Craycraft. So I still feel amazingly well about that whole friggin' ordeal. The kid, I want to say he ran, I forget what he ran, but he's got like a super, super fast 40. I'm going to go ahead and pull up his highlights so you guys can see a little bit of Freddie Swan. And I have the video, if you guys want to go back and watch it later, posted on the channel, because that's how El Capitan gets down, trying to bring you guys all kinds of content, lets you have tons of stuff to digest and all that good stuff. Let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys. Just give me 2 seconds. All right, here we go. Share. What's happening, Mr. Miami 305? I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Tired, bro. Tired, but I can't leave you guys hanging. Good stuff is happening. I gotta bring it to you guys. Let me show you guys some highlights of Freddie Swan. Oh. Yeah. Wide open. How the hell did he get that open? That's what I'm wondering. How on earth did he get that open? How down there? Who they bite on? I mean, what are both those guys doing? Why is the safety not over the top? Look at this. 3rd and 11. And just behind everybody. There's triple coverage on who's that? I can't even tell. Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, I'm going to take this football out the air. So good luck to him. Mr. Paul, what's going on? I know, right? He must be invisible, bro. He must be invisible. He just creeped on in the back and everything like that. I get hit, man. So, I mean, it's part of the biz. Not everything, but I get hit plenty, and I got to deal with it. So it sucks. So, but, you know, El Capitan has his ways too. So some of this stuff I get given to me in means in which I can use them. And I have permission from some very important people at times. And I've made sure to reach out and try to make connections these last few months to be allowed to do a lot of the stuff I do around here. So holla at me. Let me just try to get up. So yeah, the Freddie Swan guy, fire. Glad he's here. That rules. Oh, dang, dude, what happened? Ah, man, I have some Justin stuff. Let me just give me a quick second, you guys. I'm gonna try to get this other video posted up on here because something happened. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna try to get this Justin Bevel thing, Bethel that I got all hooked up. Vern. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Computer was running low. Yeah, I'll get this. What's up, MC? Yeah, guys, hit the like button, dude. Q's right. Hit that like button. Literally doing so much work for the last 2.5 hours on my way to do this that I even got more to do while I'm on it. Look at that. Not making it easy on myself. Give me just a minute, you guys. Son of a bitch. I can't believe that happened. That sucks. I'm going to have to delete this video. Copy. I posted the same video twice and it shouldn't have done that. Dang it, guys. Oh, well. Dang, bro. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. This is terrible. Can't believe this happened. Let me go ahead. Boom. Delete. Delete. Boom. Just a few seconds, you guys. I'll have this video up here and we'll let it buffer, and I'll read you some stuff about Justin Bethel while it's doing its thing, and we can then after that it'll be all buffered up and we'll watch it. So yeah, practice squad I still think has 3 or 4 spots open on it. And you know, when I see Lynn Bowden not make this team and then they get this guy Swan in here, I wonder to myself, did they have no intention of bringing Lynn around here? Were they always eyeing this guy? And as you heard from his agent, there's a dozen other football teams that wanted him as well. So it's not like he could have gone somewhere. He couldn't have gone somewhere else. So it's really interesting that, you know, the department and remember, Seattle Seahawks. So I'm sure that, you know, he remembers him from the division and was like, yeah, I get a chance to get that guy on my football team, not too dissimilar to Chase Edmonds around here, Mike McDaniel, also Wes Welker and company, all the guys that followed him from San Francisco over here. I mean, they got to be thinking to themselves, talking about that guy over Bowden, even while Bowden was on their football team, and allowing him to hit waivers and now end up on the Patriots, which I don't know anybody in this Dolphins fan base that did not see the Patriots signing Bowden coming. I mean, it was so obvious, not only because they signed somebody every year from us, but that it would be a guy like Bowden too. They every cast-off wide receiver or roster bubble wide receiver that is productive for the Dolphins, but just not productive enough, ends up going there and making a career. Latest guy to do that was Chris Hogan, who just did that. So it's no surprise here for me, and that Bowden's on that team. I wish him the best, except against the Dolphins. I hope he fails miserably against the Dolphins. And I said this on a space earlier that I can really see him, you know, being off that football team come week 3. That's how they get down there. And for where Bowden's shortcomings have been on this football team, practice, execution in practice, I know that type of shit ain't gonna fly around there. So chances are he won't be on that team. He did go to their practice squad. He did. What's up, Alex? How's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming by. Vic in, what's happening? That's right, guys. Ali the Persians letting you know. Smack that like button. We have a center, James Empry from the Cowboys, BYU. Word up. Yeah, I'm very high on Bowden. I've always liked his skill set, man. Anytime a guy with a football in his hand makes that first dude miss, I need that guy on my football team. But you know what? It was neck and neck with him and Craycraft for me on this football team. So Craycraft making it through waivers, I feel really good. And I love the upside of Braylon Sanders. I really, really do. I think the kid could really be something. You know, I really do. I gotta delete this thing. Delete forever. Delete video. So I got the other one coming out now. take about 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and look into the cornerback that the Dolphins signed, because something that I was really crowing about is, and I'm going to explain to you why this happened too. Bowden isn't on the football team, but Clayton Fejedelem is. Doesn't make sense. Well, when the Dolphins signed Clayton Fejedelem back when they did, what's happening in the Affliction VHS? What's going on? Dolphins Realtor, my guy, that Dolphins Realtor. When they signed Clayton Fejedelem back when we did as our special teams ace, it wasn't a good contract for us. It really wasn't. And over this year, they re-signed him by restructuring his deal, and that's kind of the deal in that contract, in that restructure, that he was going to make the team, going to get that money because of the guarantees. So it put him on the 53 roster spot. Well, now he's on IR. And yes, guys, that's what I was kind of getting to that. He's moved his way to IR to now make a roster spot available for some new guys in this system. And the guy that we brought in, hold on, geez Louise. Where'd I? I'm gonna pull up this article I got on the dude, and we'll take a gander. So Dolphins signed veteran cornerback as Clayton Fejedelem goes to IR. Team formulating practice squad. David Fornes, Sun Sentinel. Make sure you guys are checking it all out. So here it is. The Miami Dolphins signed veteran cornerback Justin Bethel on Thursday as they placed safety Clayton Fejedelem on the injury reserve. Bethel, in 10 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, Baltimore Ravens, New England Patriots, has appeared in 159 games with 14 starts, totaling in 102 tackles. 89 of them were solo, 4 interceptions, 3 for touchdowns. Damn, he's got 4 interceptions and 3 of them are for touchdowns. That's pretty damn good. 20 passes defended, 5 forced fumbles, 8 fumble recoveries. A predominant special teamer, he has made a career special teamer in tackles. He's got 135 special team tackles. So here is the Clayton Fejedelem replacement, and a guy who on the field in his time, from what I see, playing in 159 games with only 14 starts, getting some interceptions and putting points on the board, that is far and away better than I've ever seen from Clayton Fejedelem. Special teams takes its biggest hit with Fejedelem going on IR with an undisclosed injury. I call it the checkbook injury. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stroke of the pen puts you on IR, checkbook injury. The Dolphins have been forming their practice squad since finalizing their initial 53-man roster on Thursday. As of Thursday evening, the Dolphins have announced 11 practice squad signings, and I'll go over them right now. We have wide receivers Braylon Sanders and River Craycraft, running back Zaquandre White, which everyone is super ecstatic to have him around here. Safety Verone McKinley III, which I'm sure Javon Holland is stoked about that. Edge defender Porter Gustafson and Cameron Good. Now, Cameron Good, I expected us to be able to get a chance at getting. I didn't think there was no way in hell Porter Gustin was going to be available. Offensive lineman Larnell Coleman, who is, and James Empey, and defensive tackles Niles Scott and Ben Still, along with cornerback Kaylon Barnes. Craycraft, who has been with the new Dolphins since Mike McDaniel, and wide receiver coach Wes Welker since they all were in San Fran, was targeted 7 times in the preseason finale for 4 receptions, 54 yards, and a touchdown. He appeared to be a candidate to get picked up for another team's active roster, but the Dolphins get to keep him in Miami. That honestly, I don't know how he didn't end up on the Patriots, but I guess because they were like, we want Bowden instead. And if you were asking me if they were going to put one of the two on the roster, it would have been Bowden for me. Let's see. Gustin is the other vested veteran of the group, having spent time on the Cleveland Browns active roster each of the past 3 seasons. Coleman is in his second year in the NFL after missing his entire rookie campaign as a 7th-round draft choice in 2021 on the IR. Braylon Sanders, Zawandre White, Verone McKinley, and Ben Still are all undrafted rookies, and Good, as we know, was a 7th-rounder. Have all stood out and made flashes during Miami's 5 weeks of training and 3 preseason games. Barnes was a North Carolina Panthers 2022 7th-round pick. Empey was a Dallas Cowboys undrafted rookie this training camp. Scott was in Miami late in camp and has 6 games of NFL experience with the Cincinnati Bengals. That's Niles Scott. And the Dolphins have 5 practice squads remaining. So it's 5 that's remaining. I thought it was only 4. So let's see if this video of the new guy. No, it's still not ready yet. It's going to take another few more minutes. We'll get that in there. Yeah, you can't teach speed, guys. What's up, Adam? What's going on, buddy? FinsUp. All right, so got a few more minutes on the other thing. Make sure everybody's hitting the like button on your way in here. I've been putting out so many videos. I know it ain't sending out the notifications. Don K, FinsUp. Welcome, brother. Make sure to, get in on the shenanigans. David, what's up, bro? All righty. So, this Bethel character, I mean, look, he might not be any better than Clayton Fedulum versus one or the other, but it's almost like I'd be rather willing to see someone else in the Clayton Fedulum safety role than him. Because I know for a fact, if I see him in there at safety for whatever reason, it's bad news. It's not going to be good. And the offensive coordinator on the other side's like, ooh, who the hell's that out there? Oh, I'm going right at that guy right now. This is a go route. Try to get on him. So I put it in and notified me, and it didn't. Had to look it up. Thank you for letting me know. And Zoni, yeah, that's why you guys got to hit the like button. When you release so many videos like I've been doing, it whammies me. I really think it goes down to like it wants like 3 videos every 24 hours or something like that. So if you put a bunch of them, it don't give you no love. And so, and it won't send the notifications out either. So even when you hit the notification bell, like a lot of people are just gonna have to cruise by. This episode's gonna come and go, and they're gonna go, "Dang, what happened? How did I miss it?" So, did y'all see the highlight of Coach McDaniel today? He slipped up in the press conference. We're gonna play the whole press conference of Coach McDaniel, but he totally drops the F-bomb, and that's why you can't find the media availability. He dropped the F-bomb. So let me go ahead and pull it up. We'll watch that while we're waiting for this Bethel highlight video to get up.
Out of not trying to pitch to Chris to draft a defensive lineman or edge every fucking. Oops. Coach speak.
Goes coach speak. He's referring to a question asked from him, like essentially, what's your favorite? And that's this actual part isn't in the interview that I'm going to show you guys. It's at the end of the interview. But he confessed that his favorite position in all of football is defensive line because their ability to affect the most important position, the quarterback, and that, you know, this dichotomy of the importance of the defensive line play along with, you know, quarterbacks being limited. You know, you get a great pass rusher, he can destroy an entire freaking offensive plan. You know, guy going off like JJ Watt back in the Dizzy, you're like, damn, what do I do? And so I think he feels this I don't know, this he gets enamored with it. And he's saying that we'll have to talk. Chris is going to have to talk me into not drafting defensive linemen. Well, the good news and bad news is that Chris Greer loves drafting some defensive linemen. So something to look out for. But let's watch this one more time.
I mean, you have to talk me out of not trying to pitch to Chris to draft a defensive lineman or edge every fucking. Oops. Coach speak.
Coach speak. Yeah, and this again is available on the Dealio, guys. He did speak on the captains, as everybody, if you don't know, Tua's a captain on the football team. Obvious. It seemed obvious. It's the right decision. It's, you know, he's a third-year quarterback, but that's not the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the reason he said or his teammates said, and they speak on it. So I'll show you guys real quick the list of everybody that are now captains on the football team. The only one that everyone's given flack about is Landon Roberts being a captain on the football team, and not because of any reason other than they dislike Landon Roberts, which to me, I would say it's more of an indictment on Jerome Baker not making it. Jeez, why isn't it pulling up? It's weird. Teron Armstead, Christian Wilkins, Tua, Javon Holland, Tyreek Hill, Xavier Howard, Landon Roberts. Three guys on offense and 3 guys on defense. And I mean, listen, if that's a pretty good 4 guys on defense, excuse me. That's a pretty darn good captains leading the charge around yonder. Xavier Howard, obviously, you know, the boy's killing it out here. That ain't no lie, Robert. He better learn how to draw some offensive linemen. I mean, I know you love some D linemen, and me too. Love me some D linemen. Pass rushers ain't done good in that. I don't give a shit what anybody says, except for Jalen Phillips. But to me, the measurables and everything about Jalen Phillips and character, like that's a no-lose situation. You look at that guy and everything that he is and was and what he came through in college and then put up, to me, it was no. David, you don't think Tua and Tyreek should be captains? First of all, I think Tyreek should. You're paying him money. You better wear a captain thing like that. And Tua, I think for optics alone, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stream looks beautiful. I think it sets a, you know, it's a good optic. But the players have been saying that he earned it. And so it sounds to me like he's earned their respect of having that C on his chest. Now, could they be gaslighting the shit out of us and lying? Maybe. But, you know, now he's got it on there, and he's earned the respect of his team around him to be voted, because it was a player's vote. It wasn't like it was given. He's got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? And show that, yes, I am Capitan. Because if you're going to be El Capitan, you got to be El Capitan. Don't play, but play. Yeah. Do what I said. What's up, Canes 1989? ABAB, what it is, what it do. Gosh, is this video up yet? Okay, yeah, it's up. So, did it happen again? Hold on. Okay, no, it looks like it's back. Let me get the Justin Bethel highlights up. It's literally running its final checks right now. And you guys can see the new guy in the hood. But y'all check it out here first. Oh my goodness, it did it again, dude. What is going on? Why did it do? Oh no, that ain't it. Yeah, it did it again. What's going on? Why does it keeps uploading the same coach interview? All right, I'm going to play the coach's interview while I handle this mess, guys. So just give me a second because I'm having a freaking problem here trying to get these highlights up for you guys to watch. I got the other one up, but this one keeps coming up, the other video. So let's go ahead and watch coach's presser. Now, they did bleep out where he says fucking it, but you guys already know. I just showed you that he said it. Go ahead. I'm going to pull it up real quick. We'll watch coach's interview because it's not available in there no more. Fins 24/7. That's right.
Tends to amuse fans happened today. So the Patriots have a history of signing Dolphins who've just been released before the teams play. It's happening again with Lynn Bowden.
Mm-hmm.
Does it put you at all at risk? Do you need to change any offensive play calls or signals in advance of the opener as a result?
No, I'm happy for Lynn. It was one of the things that I was hoping for. During camp is you invest in each and every player, and then you have to let guys go, and that their sacrifice and effort is not lost on me. So I'm happy they go to other teams. I feel like that was a concern early in my career, considering that you can go online and buy almost every playbook that I've ever worked on. Yeah, I mean, unless he's it doesn't concern me at all. I would assume that they were doing that because they had exposure to him and not to get cryptic answers, because if he has those answers, then I'm not that cryptic.
Mike, obviously the list of captains came out today, and one name that obviously is going to catch a lot of attention is Tua. How important is it for your starting quarterback to be a captain, and does it sort of stamp that leadership role on a player when he is?
Well, absolutely. When it's, I firmly believe that. So captains represent the players, right? That's the whole position. So the way we approach it here is that the players vote for who they want to represent them as captain, and seeing how it was a point system, and the resounding highest point winner was Tua. I think it says everything.
So did you hear that? The resounding highest point was Tua. So just to be clear, everybody,
it's incredibly important when it's done with the right reasons, with the right intent. And that was, the only thing that I gave the players was like, who do you want representing you each and every game? Who do you want to wear the C and understand what that C means on your jersey? And, that I think it speaks volumes on where he's at with the team and their belief in him. Like all the captains that were voted, it's a tremendous honor, especially with, in this, in a situation where it's 100% player controlled. So all those captain award winners were bestowed that anointment by their peers, and I think that's the greatest honor you can have in a team sport, especially the biggest team sport, which is professional football.
Noticed that there were 6 guys.
So I see why, guys. It ain't gonna let me upload it. It's all hit up on the copyright problems. Sorry about that, guys. Can't get all the highlights. Told you, I still gotta curve it around. Sucks. And if I show it on here, this video, that video, and all of them get freaking screwed. So, but get what we can and how we can, everybody.
On that list who hadn't been captains previously here. Curious the importance of maybe resetting the leaders here, or resetting.
Yeah, again, like that's news. There was 1 or 2 guys I knew that weren't, but again, it wasn't even. I very much value. I've talked about it at length. I very much value this whole, the dichotomy of how the organization works. And as a head coach, I'm here to serve the entire organization and to serve the players and coaches. The coaches are here to serve the players, and it's the players' team. You empower them with that, understanding the magnitude and consequences of having responsibility. And then, what you're seeing is who the players believe are the leaders of the team. And I know one thing, in an NFL organization, the most accountability occurs within the locker room because there's nowhere to hide.
That ain't no lie.
And there's a lot of times that, I'm very aware that, I don't necessarily get the exact face of each and every person. I'm the boss, so you treat bosses like you treat bosses. But there's nowhere to hide in that locker room. So that what you're seeing, I'm not sure if it's necessarily anything but a reflection of who the players deem the people they rely on the most on a day in, day out, week in, week out basis that reflects how they approach their job. And you're really, really happy when you get a list of those vote tallies and they happen to be some of the players you're relying on the most from a contribution standpoint. So that's all I see it. I don't really know how exactly it went down before. I just know what you guys are reading, what that means on game day. You're seeing the representatives chosen by the players as to who are their leaders. And that, to me, there's nothing more important than that.
Mike, what's it say about Javon Holland to be voted as a captain at 22 years old in his second season?
Bro, Javon Holland being a captain on this team, legit, man. And everyone sees what everyone sees. That kid's a superstar in the making. He's gonna shock everyone all the time. I don't want to jump the gun, but I really think he's a Dolphins great in the making.
I know it says he's that's the makings of a special individual. The football world is in front of him. That is great news for the Miami Dolphins when there's an alignment between talent and respect. It's not, you can't just get that by talent alone. It's not a popularity contest. What you're seeing is a guy that he's not a rookie anymore, and he's approaching the game to be great. His expectations are to be great. He holds himself to a high standard, and shoot, you do that every day,
man.
Your teammates are like, it blows my mind that he's a second year 22-year-old. It really does. Well,
it's a ringing endorsement.
because that would put his birth in that 2000. Like what? I was graduating high school around then. So, but I think that is it's really cool to see. It didn't surprise me at all, which is even something that is even better news because day in day out, he like I told the whole team today. What's so cool about captains is they
El
have to bring
Capitans.
it every day. They don't have a choice because if you choose to just go through the motions that day, you're saying, you know what, I want to be on an average to mediocre to non-winning football team, and none of those guys are approaching their day in day out process with any of those expectations of mediocrity. They're trying to be great, and that trickles down to everyone else a lot better than a really cool speech from a coach.
Mike, I noticed that the way the locker room is arranged, the player groups aren't separated by position. Yeah,
My man.
Sounds like there too.
Yeah.
What do you like about that?
No, that was man, I'm glad you brought that up. I've been waiting for you guys to have open locker rooms since it was like the first week that I was here. So there was, and some of it has to do with like productivity and stuff. And historically, the defense had kind of carried this team. But I had heard from, I get here that first week and I'm interviewing coaches, and then players are coming through to introduce themselves. And I kept hearing this commonality with, okay, there was offense versus defense. And this just in, the win-loss column is one team. So like that, and then furthermore, I'm sitting here thinking about, okay, well, if I want players to become as close as possible, to be as invested in each other as possible, why would I have guys that go to position meetings and sit right next to each other, then go to drill work? These are the guys they see all the time. So to facilitate kind of, it was kind of the first action that I could take to facilitate a better team camaraderie was that, you know what, let's strategically put players within the locker room so that they're, because you spend a lot of time there. Like you accumulate those hours over the course of a season, and you should be sitting next to somebody that you're not spending time with all day, and who knows what relationship virtues that facilitates. So that was one of the first decision. Right when I got the tour, I made a note. I didn't tell Chris because I hadn't got the job yet, so I wanted to hold that gold nugget. But then the second I got the job, I was like, all right, talk to Joe, and we moved it around, and I think it's paid dividends.
Mike, at this moment, what's your confidence level that Jalen will be available for week 1?
Very, very, very confident. I'm not sure what my scale is, but he's
So I told you guys, and he's getting ready to confirm what I heard. Jalen Waddle wasn't lower leg. Well, he doesn't say that, but it was a nick on his hand. And I really think, along with a little bit of just a finger jam and them being extra, cautious with it, I think they really wanted to not show him and Tyreek on the field at the same time with Tua throwing the football at all. And they're going to wait to show that week 1. But here, you'll hear about it.
Taken, again, the whole time, been trying to be extremely proactive. If we would have had a game, what is today? Thursday, right? If we would have had a game last Sunday, he would have played. If we would have had a game the Sunday before, he probably would have played. He's getting some reps in practice today. And again, that was a combination of just being proactive and cautious, as well as something that was an easy decision for me because, like I said before, he was one of the most impressive players on the entire team, regardless of position, from coming back from the break and from the beginning of training camp. So I felt very good about where his game was at. and that the best thing that could serve him was rest. Extremely proactive, getting reps today, and very confident for not this Sunday, but the following.
With Carlson, Koku, and Nathan Ogden, is that going to be like an open competition during practice next week, or can you share with us that one of those guys kind of gets first crack at that open position?
No, I think it's important to when competition is so close and fierce, and you have quality young players, it's twofold. I don't think it benefits anybody to just bestow or crown, because you have to earn that, and that's through games. They haven't even been able to play a full game yet, as well as, it gives us versatility for matchups to, like talk to those guys. And this is the case for a lot of the team. When you have a good amount of quality players, and I think those guys are quality. I know that you got the names don't get you guys juiced up, but when you watch their play, they get quality play out on the field. That gives you a little versatility to adjust to an opponent, so that they, maybe you see something in particular that a player struggles with that this person excels at. So maybe this player plays a little bit more of this game, and then that rep count adjusts, not because of poor quality play, but because of that matchup. Much like basketball in playoffs, like certain people all of a sudden play more, and then there's certain games that they don't. That's a commonality, and I think that's what we're kind of afforded with having a nice little lump of quality young talent.
Sweet. Yeah, by popular demand, I'll play again the F-bomb, because the segment after is essentially they ask him about his favorite group, says his defensive guys, and he slips up and, has a real deal. That's my coach moment. So I'll pull it up again so you guys can see, because I know everybody loves it when Coach is super, super candid with us, especially because, Flores was so tight-lipped about everything.
You have to talk me out of not trying to pitch to Chris to draft a defensive lineman or edge every fucking. Oops. Coach speak. Defensive lineman or edge every fucking. Oops. Coach speak.
That needs to be a meme. Him looking up and going, Coach speak. That's a meme right there. Need to get with the producer.
Lineman or edge every fucking. Oops. Coach speak.
Right there. Coach speak.
Oops. Coach speak.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So yeah, guys, make sure everyone's hitting the like button, subscribing if you're new. HB just swung through the back because I was waiting on some stuff, and I'm going to show you guys the start of the new apparel. So before we do, let's do the rundown real quick. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Come on over to YouTube, subscribe over here, get in on the conversation. Make sure to check out all the great content, you guys. Tuesdays, we've got Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live between 9 and 10. Got color commentary on Thursdays, and sometimes coffee and a cup of color throughout the week in the mornings. You can catch Ali Saturday, late night exhale at 10. And then all other days and nights and times, you can catch me, El Capitan, doing it as much as I can, anytime I can. Make sure you guys are visiting Fanatics. Fanatics link in the description. Help support the channel. Get your stuff through Fanatics link. Use our link. It helps us. Buy some cool stuff from Backroom Collections. It's over here somewhere. Right there. Yeah, there it is. Use offer code #TFTG and you'll get 10% off of any of your purchases. Then you guys know we have our gear link for our stuff, but here's the new link And there's some of the new stuff right there. But here's a look at our link, and this link will also be in the description, and we'll get everything that we can brought over. And this is just the start of the apparel, but let me go ahead and show you guys what we're dealing with here and some of the stuff. Some of the swag. So here you go. Got t-shirts, long sleeves, stretchy pants, stuff like that. Stuff for the ladies, all the same good stuff for the men and the ladies. Workout clothes, things like that. Some yoga pants, all the good. It says the Fins tailgate. Some cool lettering and stuff like that. Baby stuff. Get your little baby a TFTG deal. And check out the cool mugs and coffee cups and, drink containers and tumblers and stuff like that. And glasses and everything. Just trying to get you guys some good stuff to represent. And how much that is? That coffee cup's only $12.99. That one right there. Look at that one. But that one's only $15. Man. So yeah, guys, hit the links in the description. Check everything out. Support the show. And also donate to the channel. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on here. So I'll go into that part of the interview that's not in the video real quick. Where's it at? If I can find it. Mike McDaniel addresses Waddle, cornerback, Patriots signing a Dolphin before the opener per Barry Jackson. Goes into the interview a little bit. These are all key points he talked about. As you guys heard, Lynn Bowden is a Patriot. 2 days after the Dolphins waive him, he says that he's proud that he gets to be on a football team and all stuff like that. It almost sounds like he knew, like we knew, that he would end up on the Patriots. And I wonder, did he send Bowden as the double agent over there? We know this team plays dirty. Are the Patriots going to get all this game plan from Bowden, and it's all going to be misinformation? I like that idea. I think we're sly enough and slick enough to try it and pull that off. What do you guys think? Got some of the player interviews as well. Javon Holland, let me go ahead and pull that up. It's a short interview, but he goes into how proud he is to be a captain and that he was recognized as such. So we'll check out Javon. Dang, Mr. Paul watching 2 football games, YouTube practice players. I mean, dang. Mr. Polk got a whole media center set up right now.
It's an honor, it really is. I was a little choked up in the meeting. It felt really good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know him come. That's something you always talking about when you like being so young.
Yeah, I just feel like it's part of my process, making sure that my teammates are all held at the same standard. And I hold myself to a high standard, and I want them to, understand that I hold them to a high standard as well. So I'm not gonna, necessarily not say something to somebody based on their status or whatnot. I see him as my teammate, and I want him to coach me as hard as I coach him. And I'm going to take everything that he says, and I hope that he would do the same for me. So, of course, it's always love for me, and he knows that. He knows that. So, yeah.
How many times have you been a captain going through high school, college?
You can only be named captain one time, and then you're captain. So, I say twice. Like, I was named captain in high school, named captain in college. Kind of happened the same in college. I was on the leadership council my freshman year, and then my sophomore year, I was named captain. So kind of the same thing here. But it's just the way
Guys,
I don't know, it
just
just ends up
straight
happening
up
that way. I
captain.
just try to, hold myself to the same standard everywhere I go, and kind of just unravels that way.
So X was telling us, going back to the X-ray, that even as a rookie, if you saw something, you would say something to him and essentially criticize him if need be.
I'm his teammate, and I want him to perform at a high level, just like he wants me to perform at a high level. So if I see something that I know for a fact that needs to be improved or whatnot, or that he can do better, then I'll say something, and he'll do the same for me. So.
Well, were you surprised if he named captain?
Man, did you guys just hear that?
I wouldn't necessarily say.
Did you hear what he said? He feels comfortable enough in his second year to give pointers to an all-pro talent, multi-pro bowler veteran like Xavier Howard, and in Xavier Howard being the professional listens to him. That's why he's got a C on his chest, because he's a big-time captain. I mean, think about that.
I was surprised, or if I didn't get named captain, I would be surprised. It was more of just like wanting to see who was captain. And once I did get named captain, I was honored.
Hells yeah. Yeah, dude, he's a different cat, bro. He's a good dude. Love this guy. We've also have Brandon Jones. It's just a quick clip, but it's let me go ahead. It's him on I think he speaks on Tua. So he talks about Tua becoming, a more leader in this team, and how he has the respect of the defense, and how he's being a captain's more than just being a good quarterback. It's being the leader of the team, working with the defense, connecting, and feels like this team's got that special type of bond in some ways. Young team, fire. So let's go ahead and pull this up. It's like 30 seconds, so it's not that long. And then we'll get on to Teron Armstead.
Yeah, he's done a really good job of, attacking it more as a vocal leader, but also leading by example. Being a quarterback and obviously just being such a team guy, it's been really easy just to follow him and trust his word.
How do you feel about this new
Get on my face. So my locker about Tua, because apparently he requested it. He wanted to be beside me because I'm like the coolest guy on the team or something like that. I can't remember what he said, but it's awesome. We just to mix up different positions and get everybody together and hang out, play ping pong tournaments, all that stuff.
You hear that? That was Tua that came up behind him too. Put the gat to his head and says, "Yeah, that's right. Better say good about me. Got that C on my chest." That's what I heard. Anyhow, and for everybody who doesn't know, and you've heard the players mention ping pong, there's some heated ping pong tournaments going on the team, and from what I've heard, Tua's smoking everybody in ping pong. So I haven't heard anyone else being the ping pong type of champ, but I can imagine that a lot of these dudes are buying ping pong tables and playing them at their house to get better. So when they play against each other in the locker room, and that's the type of gosh, I always mess up on this word, camaraderie that we want to see built. And got to stay light. They got to feel comfortable around each other, because this is the good times, and the bad times will come at for all different reasons. Someone goes down with injury. It gets hard in the season. The ebbs and flows of just feeling burnt out. They're going to have to be there for each other in this way. And this type of bonding early on is what's going to, keep them invigorated throughout the season to fight for each other. This is some good stuff. All right, let's pull up Teron Armstead. We'll hear what the OG has to say.
I know Larry spoke to the team a couple of weeks back. What was that conversation like? Have you been able to speak to any other guys in sports? What has it been like learning about that 7-18 team?
It's always great when the guys that did it for a long time at a high level at the highest level, won championships, all those good things. It's always great to get any second or minute of conversation from them guys, getting any knowledge. How did they approach the game? How did they see the game? Even with the evolution of the sport, the fundamentals will always remain the same in the approach. No problem. Thank you.
You were probably asked this by Daniel, but your reaction to being named the captain, even though it's your first year here?
Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor. Not something I take lightly at all. I wear that badge with high integrity. I take it very serious. So anything I can do for any one of these guys, I'm available.
Were you a captain in New Orleans?
Yeah. It's gonna be right? Yeah. This is my 5th time.
What are some of the responsibilities that come with that? We know it's not just a title.
Yeah. Man, it's that responsibility, accountability. Every day you're looked at as the standard. So you can't necessarily have a bad day or breeze through a day. You're always being watched, or even if you're not, you got to take that approach, trying to lead by example. And then when guys are dealing with things too, this off the field, on the field, all those things, just try to be a shoulder.
There you go.
Some advice, wisdom, whatever, in any aspect that you can help and be an asset.
Ron, now that the preseason is over, how well would you say the load management system that was put in place to get you ready for the regular season pan out?
It's been great. It's been great. These guys came in with a plan early, and we just tried to stick to it. Everything's working out fine. We're just getting ready for September 11th.
And you feel like exactly where
I'll be there.
Tarn Armstead, can you say the Fins tailgate? Say the Fins tailgate.
How important is it for your starting quarterback to be a captain?
Him specifically, it's my first time being around him, and just from these last several months, I've seen growth. I've seen confidence. I've seen just his love and passion for the game, and that just speaks volumes to him, how he approaches his job every day. And we're 100% behind him. He is the captain, so he's the one that we're all following, and he's gonna lead us to wherever we got to go.
He is the captain. I mean, listen. Now I want to make it a positive with the preference. It's more than all on Tua. Everyone's all around for it to work out. If for whatever reason it doesn't work out, we will know that it won't be from a lack of trying, support, not even from Tua's end too. I mean, it's really going to take some bad breaks for us to not have some good comfort in the way this team is operating. And I can't help but feel that we're due for some good breaks too, man. That's the best part. Like, we're due for some good stuff.
Because you've been limited, are you anxious to see what this offensive line looks like once you get out there for the first time? What's that feeling like?
I'm anxious to see what the team look like. What the whole team look like. We all got to lean on each other. There's no one person. We're all just got to go in and make our impact, do our job at the highest level. So I'm excited to see what this 2022 Dolphins team look like, going out, playing fast, and winning games.
You got a chance to go against Trey Flowers?
Yeah. Trey's always been an impressive player. He's a veteran in his league. He's won at the highest level, Super Bowl champion. Got a lot of experience, knows exactly who he is as a player. So definitely a great asset to bring in.
Hell yeah. And I got the Trey Flower highlights. If you guys want to go back and check them.
That we have? I'm a big fan of Melvin Ingram. Always been my whole career. I always felt like he was one of the top 3 guys in the league. So a big fan of him. Huge fan of JP too. I always felt like he was one of the top. That we have? I'm a big fan of Melvin Ingram. Always been my whole career. I always felt like he was one of the top 3 guys in the league. So a big fan of him.
And that's what you want to hear from your left tackle, is that guys that are on our defense, he has his respect as far as their ability to do their job well.
Huge fan of JP too. The things that he's done, especially in the last 2 weeks. You can see the game starting to slow down for him. Athletically, he's a freak. He's made in the lab, So just to watch his progression. I'm excited to see him work and continue to evolve as a pass rusher, learning more, seeing things better. We got some guys, man.
Man, that ain't no lie. JP made in the lab, bro. Made in the lab. And yeah, Radar, thanks for coming around, bud. We have clearly upgraded. I clearly feel good like I have upgraded. You know what I'm saying? Fair vote. That's right. I found it fair. I mean, bro, these are the kind of guys you want to have. Not, and no disrespect. But who were the captains last year? I know Clayton Fedulum was one of them. That's not, and I get it, special teams, dude. And I'm not trying to, kick a guy when he's down on IR, but Clayton Fedulum or Javon Holland. Hello? Right? I mean, let's be real. All right. What else I got around yonder for you guys? Some other stuff. Oh, that's right. That's right. Before we start looking into some of Kurt Warner's breakdown footage, Dan Orlowski had some thoughts on the Tua to Tyreek throw. I'll play that first so you guys can check that out. And then we'll pull up and, oh my God, Brett Dodger. Jesse Davis was a captain last year. Was Devontae Parker a captain last year too? Somebody let me know in chat. Was Devontae Parker a captain? Because that would make all the sense in the world. Devontae Parker, Jesse Davis, Clayton Fedulum. Yeah, those are all our captains last year. It's like, hey, you're the guy that the consumer can't see your value on the field because I can't really show it to them. So what we'll do is you'll have some value on the field, and we'll sell the rest of it to the fan base by putting a C on your chest. Matt Collins, who's not on the team, and remind you, if Matt Collins was fighting for a roster spot right now, I don't know, it'd be really close between him and Sherfield, but I think he would lose only because Sherfield was brought over from San Francisco. So he probably wouldn't have made those 5 wide receivers. There's no way they would have brought him over the top 4. You know what I'm saying? So to be the 5th against Sherfield, McDaniel might have picked Sherfield because they'd probably be close to equal. So, but again, and I like Matt Collins in a lot of, but those are the captains we used to have on this football team. A guy brought from somewhere else who doesn't cost a lot of money, who, didn't get a lot of money on the open market. He's now a captain on a football team. And I don't want to disrespect the man, but that's not how I always visioned captains. And I don't think any of us did. We visioned our captains up to this point as the stars. That C also meant it has stars on it to show, hey, that's a captain, that's a star. So when you put the C and the stars on their chest, Tua needs that because he needs to live up to being a C and a star. Teron Armstead, he's proven himself to be a captain worthy. Javon Holland, clear upgrade. Everybody knows Javon Holland's balling out. So, yeah, you give him a captain. So, and why wasn't X? How come X ain't been a captain for the last 3 years, or at least the last 2? You know what I'm saying? So, I wonder. It can't be because if a team took a vote, Xavier Howard didn't get the votes. When I literally look at the top 100 and the whole league is unanimously going, man, that Xavier Howard, bro, that guy's the bomb. I don't give a shit if he ain't captaining anything. If he ain't teaching nobody nothing. You put a C on that man's chest. He put a C and some of these stars up on that man's chest right now. What are you talking about? I don't know, Craig's. It wasn't because Flores sucks. I don't know. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Craig. I do. And I don't like it. That's all right. Feels like things are all right in the world. In the good way. Let's pull up this Dan Orlowski breakdown of the Tua to Tyreek throw. And then we'll get into the Kurt Warner.
A lot of times, one of the things that speed does for a quarterback, it breeds confidence. First play of the game for Miami. And the thing that I take away from this is watch when Tua decides to throw the football. I mean, he's throwing the football right now. Look at the confidence that he has that my guy is just going to go run by this guy. This is not bad coverage by Philadelphia. But Tua plants his back foot and, okay, I'm trusting that my guy Tyreek is going to go run by their cat, throws the ball, I don't know, that's 33, 50, 55 yards. Speed breeds confidence.
So, and there's something he said right there, and this was the thing I wanted to see in that preseason game. And you guys have heard me say this. To me, at this point, because I believe Tua to be 100% healthy, to me, it's 80% mental and 20% everything else on his shortcomings as an NFL quarterback. And him taking a shot down the field like that, letting his playmaker make a play, is the type of confidence / mental, whatever you want to call it, that I need to see him grow. And he showed it right away. And I'll play it back a little bit again. So it's only a short video.
First play of the game for Miami. And the thing that I take away from this is watch when Tua decides to throw the football. I mean, he's throwing the football right now. Look at the confidence that he has that my guy is just going to go run by this guy. This is not bad coverage.
So, Scott, I see what you said up there, that Flores loved X. And yes, ABAB, Flores did love X. Whether he respectfully treated him a certain way, that's debatable to say the least, because it's Xavier Howard. When shit hit the fan around here, it was Xavier Howard along with others that stood up to Flores in a way. So just to be clear, they butted heads too. And you know what? Some coaches are very successful that way. And to be honest, if Flores stuck around long enough, let's be real, he was successful. Was it sustainable success? Are you going to start running people off? Oh, X don't like Flores. Oh, yes. Okay, my fault, AB. You're right. Yeah, I could. All right. I think I don't know how much he I wouldn't say he disliked him, but it certainly wasn't love. That's for sure, AB. Certainly wasn't love. Certainly wasn't the type of love I'm feeling around these parts recently. And listen, this is not uncommon for good coaches to come out and fail early. I think really with Flores, just to get off topic a little bit, I think he believed his own hype. And after they did that piece where he follows, I think it was the beginning of the end of him having a big head. And look no further than Josh McDaniels and him getting his second shot as a head coach. Now, if Josh McDaniels starts showing that personality flaw again, I don't know what to tell you. But yes, Doug. What's up, my man, Doug? And guys, make sure to check out Doug at the Touchdown with Doug Smith. He was on the panel yesterday. Fire panel. Doug had Alex come on, Alex Dono, hang out with him. Panel, make sure to go back and watch the panel show, guys. I had a blast. But yeah, I don't want to devalue all the things because I like Flores and I believed a lot in him being a great coach with this team. But for all reasons off the field, there's why he's not here.
By Philadelphia. But Tua plants his back foot and, okay, I'm trusting that my guy Tyreek is going to go run by their cat, throws the ball, I don't know, that's 33, 50, 55 yards. Speed breeds confidence.
Surely does. And surely ain't bullshit. And don't call me Shirley. Bitches. All right, so I'm going to play the whole Kurt Warner kind of talk through and breakdown, but here's the one that is getting the flack. People are coming at Kurt Warner all over on social media because how dare he criticize Tua? How dare he don't know nothing about football no more. Kurt Warner's an idiot. All of a sudden, guy's a dumbass, doesn't know nothing about football. When I know I've heard those same people say Kurt Warner knows or use him as the arbiter of truth or a barometer to prove people wrong about Tua and stuff like that. Because I've seen him come out and break down Tua film and be glowing and put a little cheddar on top. You know what I'm saying? When I expect that. You gotta, this is a business. You gotta sell the hope. But he was critical of the throw. And his expertise eye says this. And I'll pull it up right now. This is what he said. And people just torch this man.
Show you guys. Okay, so a lot of people are going to say this is underthrown, and there's no question that it's underthrown. This is something that I saw from
Wow, it's super low, guys. Sorry.
Tua in college on his deep throws. And one of the reasons why I think he struggles to get the ball out there is I want you to see, look where his feet are going. Look where his feet are going, and you're going to watch where this ball goes. You lose power as a quarterback when your body is going one direction, because that's where you create your power. Off your back foot, through your body. So my power is going off here to the right-hand side where my foot's going, and I drop my arm and try to launch the ball out here to the left-hand side. So again, you see where the ball's going, and then the ball
So, and I'm gonna do something here, and I'm only speculating, but you see number 23 streaking across the field. Maybe that's why Tua opened his hips to throw the ball, because it was like planted in that situation. That was the sell. But Kurt Warner's right. If he had his feet lined up and threw it proper, he probably would have had the air underneath it with the arm strength he gave it just on mechanics alone because of kinetic energy. For anyone who doesn't understand, it's kinetic energy. Same thing with boxing. That's why you pivot when you step into your punch, just like you pivot and line up your shoulders with your body when you throw the football.
And try to launch the ball out here to the left-hand side. So again, you see where the ball's going, and then the ball just kind of dies on him. Doesn't have the power and strength. Some of this is technique. Some of this may be, I don't feel like I've got enough arm, so I'm going to try to put everything into it. And when I do that, I often will step one way, let my arm get away from me, and throw it another way. And when we think that we're going to get more power on it, we lose power on it. Nice catch. We still get a big play, but something I want everybody to pay attention to on these deep throws. Technique. Drive your foot to the throw. I want to see the front foot and the body going towards your throw. I don't want to see it going over here when the ball's going another direction, or naturally you're not going to get the power and strength on the football to get it out there, especially to a guy like Tyreek Hill.
People just obliterated him for saying things that are true. And we're talking about something I think that can be cleaned up not pretty easily, but fairly easy. I don't know. I'm going to pull it back up real quick because I want you guys to look at the blocking on this. The room, the time, the everything. The only thing that was having to hurry up in this throw is how freaking fast Tyreek Hill is. That's the only thing that made the throw where he's having to hurry up. Look at the blocking. Double team over here. They brought 4 and had everybody drop in the back end. There's Raheem Mostert getting picked up by a linebacker. And also, you'll notice in this is Durham Smythe has peeled off because he was able to, and I'll rewind it a little bit. He was able to, on the double team with Mike Gesicki, to push his man, Mike Gesicki and him.
One of the reasons.
Oh no! Look, that guy drops back into coverage.
I think he struggles to get the ball out there.
So never mind. I didn't realize that lineman, that 5th lineman, dropped back into coverage because Durham Smythe is the dump off man in this scenario. He's the your whatchamacallit, blanking out here. Sorry guys, but look at the blocking. He had the time. He could have reassessed his feet and threw it right. The problem is that he stepped in that direction, and Tyreek Hill is so damn fast, you ain't got enough time to readjust your feet. You better throw that damn football because he's going to get too far downfield, and you can't throw it 80 yards. You know what I'm saying?
I often will step one way, let my arm get away from me, and throw it another way. And when we think that we're going to get more power.
And look at that route on the underneath if he hits them in stride coming up. I think that's Sherfield underneath there. I can't tell. But that underneath route was clean and open too.
We lose power on it. Nice catch. We still get a big play. But something I want everybody to pay attention to on these deep throws. Technique.
Great blocking, man.
Your foot to the throw. I want to see the front foot and the body going towards your throw. I don't want to see it
I'm saying, AB, I need that. Sign that, man.
You're not going to get the power and strength on the football to get it out there, especially to a guy like Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm. And, look, I again, I've already said, I don't think he, put everything he had. It didn't look like a full-on wind-up heave with everything he's got. He straightens up his footwork and uses the kinetic energy and his skills and everything in training proper. He probably would have hit that with everything he put on it, still not having to heave more. So, oh man, Ali. Damn. Ali coming in here. People upset because Warner just explained the C on Tua's jersey stands for C-rated quarterback. Dirty. No, we can't have that, Ali. We can't. I need him to play better than a C-rated. Let me go ahead and pull up the Kurt Warner full-on ordeal, and he can kind of explain for himself. If I could ever find it. Here it is. Alrighty.
Okay, back here on Study Ball, and today we're going to take a look at Tua Tagovailoa, a guy that I know all eyes are on. A lot of people wondering, can he be a franchise quarterback? Does he have the arm to be able to be a franchise quarterback and make the big throws down the field? I think that's a big question for all of us, is arm strength and technique when he's throwing the ball down the field.
Technique. That was the word I was trying to think of earlier. God, just total freaking brain fart. Yeah, his technique. Sorry.
But what I do believe is that his ability to process information and his ability to be accurate on the intermediate stuff gives him a chance to be that guy. Talk about it all the time. When I look at quarterbacks, there is some kind of ratio that you have to get to a certain number to be a franchise, to be a championship type quarterback. It starts with making the layups. There's some guys that make 95% of their.
So this is, I love this part that he's explaining right here, because he talks about what I expected in Tua up to this point. And then the dynamics of being a top tier potential quarterback are the intangibles that'll make him more than just a C-rated quarterback, like you said, Ali.
Their layups, and they only have to give you a little bit of special. There's other guys that don't give you as many layups, but they can give you a lot of special. So they get to that same number. That's the question to me with Tua.
How about now, Ali?
Can he make enough of the layups, the throws that he's supposed to make, that he doesn't have to make all these big throws down the field? Because I'm not sure that's who he is as a player. Not that he can't make some of those throws. I just don't think he can live in that world. And so here's what,
again, he's not dogging Tua by saying this. You operate the intermediate and everything else at an elite level and hit a few of these bad mammoth jammers to keep the defense honest. And most importantly, take those shots. That's why I'm saying it's a mental thing. He's got to take them. And I think McDaniel is going to be wise in figuring out ways to roll him out with space to take those shots and put underneath it. I mean, we've seen early with Russell Wilson, he would roll out and wind up and have all that time and just heave that bad boy. Tua's got to show some of that.
what I love about the new offense that Mike McDaniel's brought to the Miami Dolphins is that it's based around running the football. It's based around play action and being able to hit those short to intermediate throws. It's based upon movement off of the play fakes, getting your quarterback out in space. Tua's really, really good.
That's literally what I just was saying.
Taking those shots down the field off of play action, which, again, he's got enough arm to make the throws down the field. It's just a matter of, do you want to live in that world where you're asking him to do that every single time out? So I love the way this offense fits with what Tua is as a player at this point in his career. I'm going to take you into the tape and show you what I've seen in these couple preseason games that he's played in.
Him having the ability to find a way to hit these shots in stride and have that in his arsenal will change the everything, because you got to be able to be multiple in this way. And in the run game is important in this comment, because there's certain teams that, yeah, okay, maybe their defense sucks. Maybe you can throw and torch their ass on a couple of deep bombs, but you're not helping your defense out by scoring in a minute and a half of game time or 2 minutes of game time and giving the ball back to them on offense where they have a quarterback that is pushing the ball downfield and you know, you have an injury somewhere that they're exposing. You might need to throttle their asses and run out some of that clock. So you don't want to live and die by the sword. You want to be able to do everything great and make some plays. All right, getting into some of this film study here.
Okay, so here we go against the Raiders. What Tua is this kind of quarterback. Get back. See his balance. Love the balance. You know, his feet are apart. Love the balance in his eyes. Right? Mm-hmm. This is a simple concept right here. What we call a stick concept. It's a flat and it's a stick. Eyes are on this corner right here. I wouldn't have been mad at him because this corner's hips are turned back to the inside, shoulders to the inside of him taking the flat. But you're going to see as I run this right there.
Well, look, he sits down on that spot, so the corner's far too way out. So he did take the extra meat on the bones.
Right there. See the shoulders? Shoulders go from inside to outside. He turns his hips. Once that happens, boom, get the ball back inside. Good, quick decision, accurate.
Man, look at the low hit on Tua in this play too.
The flat, but you're going to see as I run this right there. Right there. See the shoulders? Shoulders go from inside to outside. He turns his hips. Once that happens, boom, get the ball back inside. Good, quick decision, accurate.
You know, I would have liked to have him hit whoever's in the center here. In that soft spot, it would have been a more sizable game, but he didn't have the time. I mean, you can't even see him right now. Like, where is he in the backfield? So it looks like there's a igloo of offense and defensive linemen around him right now, a little igloo of people.
Ball, and again, accurate ball. What are we talking about? Right there. Where does he put it? We tell oftentimes our receivers which way to turn based on where we put the football. Defender inside, put the ball on the outside. Where does the receiver turn? He turns outside right here.
Nice.
And that's the difference between whatever, a catch
or a batted ball down, or an incompletion. He turns around and gets met with contact, but no, he's able to roll,
tackle, and getting 3-4 extra yards,
fight for
based
some
on
extras.
That placement, the accuracy, the decision making. Those are things that Tua is really, really good at.
And that's kind of what Tyreek Hill meant about being an accurate quarterback. The most accurate, we'll say.
Okay, right here, coming back. Looks like they've got a concept here where they're trying to get this running back isolated on a choice route. Kind of a funky defense. You think you're going to have it. They pop the defensive tackle out right here. So he's right into this particular throw. Now,
he's essentially, Dolphins do this plenty. You take one of your D linemen and drop them back in the zone to get in the way of a route. And hopefully that he either A, don't see you and throw the ball to him, which we've seen Christian Wilkins do that. I don't know who the hell their defensive line is. I don't know if their scheme, that's not necessarily the scheme. The scheme is that window is closed when the quarterback is going through his progressions, and then he has to move on, and your defensive linemen get there in time, and hopefully, you stop that play.
Want to, again, be able to see these young quarterbacks process information, okay? So now you see it. There's a triangle of defenders right here. What are we doing with the football at this point? Can't really tell exactly what this route is. It looks like he's maybe running a stop route out there. So you get that squeeze inside, go right out here to that stop route. You get that squeeze inside, maybe it's back here, because I've seen this in this particular Shanahan type offense. They run this a lot, run the choice to one side. They run this little return back to the other side. Okay, you don't have it.
Damn, I would love to see that freaking cutback return. No way.
What do you do with it? Okay.
So I don't know who it is down here on the line on the comeback route right at the 45. But if that's Jalen Waddle in a game time situation, because the safety up top is giving the help to Tyreek Hill right here, because in development of this route, if you're looking at it, Tyreek Hill right there at the 40, almost about the 40-yard line, you would want to take that deep shot on him. But if that's Jalen Waddle down on the edge and that safety comes over, that's the deep shot closest to us at the screen right now. That's the shot you take, the man-to-man coverage at the bottom of the screen with Jalen Waddle. Because, look, you could hope he would throw that deep throw, but maybe that's NFL safety back there. That guy might come and pick that football off. Or plus, you don't want to leave Tyreek Hill just getting freaking blasted too.
Back here, Tua kind of stuck on that read, but then
well, see, he could have. See, that's where he made a mistake, sticking on that read a little bit. But I could see he wanted to take that deep shot, but it wasn't there.
Run the choice to one side. They run this little return back to the other side. Okay, you don't have it. What do you do with it? Okay, let it go. Let it go out here to the stop. Let it go and get your eyes turned back here. Tua kind of stuck on that read, but then does a nice job on the move. Again, he's really good on the move, especially on the intermediate throws, and he makes the play. So
can't begrudging him for, running away to the route. And I remember breaking this down, and we have this video too. Goes through, comes out through the hole, to knowing that was Chase Edmonds on that route, is coming streaking down, and he can get it out in front of him, not find the angle through all the traffic to put it over his shoulder like that. It was easier for him and probably a better pass by him to run to his throwing arm and throw it out that way.
So good job. Just want to see the progression. I want to see these guys understand, these young guys understand, what's my primary? When my primary is taken away, can I quickly get to that next read and make the right decision? Okay, here's another one. Okay, so we're coming back here and we're running a little skinny post. Looks like a choice route here. Gesicki is the target there, the big tight end. Okay, so let's go back. And again, things that you want to see. Looking like they're in kind of a too high shell right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think looks like man.
Yeah.
These guys are up press, so maybe we're in a two-man look.
They're playing deep too.
Then as we're getting closer to this, what are we seeing? Boom, they're rolling down. So this is what we call a robber. Going back to the middle of the field. This guy's coming down. We're playing man-to-man everywhere. This guy's coming down to rob the middle of the field. So when it's a safety dropping down in, we call that a robber. If we're going to throw something
burglar
to the inside, we need to find this robber. Okay? So again, these are the things. First read, great. A lot of quarterbacks at the NFL level are good with their first read. You give them their first throw, I can make that throw, and I should make that throw most of the time. But what about when we take it away? Well, you guys tell me. We got a robber dropping right into this post right here.
Está no bueno.
Now, it's not a bad throw. I mean, it's right on the money.
I'm sure Tua would say he probably shouldn't have thrown that football. I don't know how much more time he could have found rolling to his left, but I don't know who's at the bottom of the screen. I think that's Craycraft out there. They're leaving that open left side of the field, streaking down there on him. I would hope that the offensive coordinator would see that they were doing that on the boundary at the bottom of your screen and dial up to it to throw that freaking football.
But this is
also the ball was already thrown. Never mind.
Tough on your receiver because he sees that. He understands that there's a guy sitting right there to hit him. So is this on Tua because the ball's a good ball, right? Is this on the receiver? Or is this a mistake by Tua because he's got a robber there? Now we got to get somewhere else with the football. So same idea right here as the last play. We've got the skinny post. I don't like it. They're robbing it. Forget it. Now we've got the choice over here. I'm going to go right to the choice when I see the robber. Good coverage there. What are we doing back here? We got that same return route off of the choice. Don't have the choice.
See, the thing in all this equation is, and like he's looking to this way, but like, why isn't he looking to his left? You know, I don't know. I just would think that he could see that better from that's where he's throwing the ball. But all right.
Come back to the return route, and that's probably the throw that you're going to have as you progress through this. So can't always just jam it in because you get the initial look. And it looks like, let's go to the end zone.
Oh, it was a comeback, not a go.
It's always about
the boundary.
watching eyes. I want to see the eyes of these quarterbacks. So it looks like his eyes are right down the middle of the field, right? He should be able to see that robber. So did he decide that he could just hit this in there before the robber? I'm not really sure, but that's something that we have to see. Got to protect your guys. You
got to clean that up for sure. Got to keep an eye on that safety dropping in after the snap. I don't want him getting tunnel vision.
Protect the football, and you got to know where to go if they rotate the last second away from it. These are things that Tua is really, really good at. Little play action, boom, play action. They're trying to get the skinny post right here. He throws this really, really well. We saw it a lot last year.
Yeah.
As he comes back, good coverage right there. So off of this, we're going to run what we call a 7-stop with the flat. So once I get off of that, I'm going to come back and read this defender right here. Look at this. Really well done. Okay, you see it there. Pop your feet, get realigned to the 7-stop. Good timing, good throw. Second.
I love that throw in that game. I thought it was a good read. And you'd seen him go in his progression. That was a nice play.
Level throw, right on the money. Nice chunk throw. Really, really good off of the play action and off of the RPOs. Okay, this is one again. I want to see these young guys come to understand what we're doing on these particular plays.
You know what? Kurt Warner being a little bit more critical on Tua, and rightfully so. He's not a rookie no more. He's a third-year quarterback in a system that I think I know Kurt Warner earlier has been saying how great he thinks Tua is going to be in this new system. I like the critique, man. I know some people want to be hard on it, but I like the critique. That's where you learn. That's where you can hope to see growth in the quarterback. This is preseason game, we'll see it maybe early in the season, but come week 10, 11, 12, he's making these types of plays and these types of reads and stuff like that. It's gonna be awesome.
And when to take certain throws. So here we've got a combo play. All right, so it's slant, flat. Always want to know as a quarterback, who are we trying to throw it to? If I've got a slant, flat throw, I really want to throw the slant. That's the chance that I get to really get a big play on the slant, flat combination. So if I can hit him running, that's where I want to go with the football, okay? What we also need to understand is that this is a throw that we have to be on time with. You have to be on time with the slant throw. On the flat throw, I can be a little bit late on the flat throw. Well, why? We never want to be late, Coach. Well, I get that. But
because if he's clearing out the coverage, you'll have that extra dump off time.
This defender right here.
Yeah.
And this defender drops to cover the slant. That's why I can be late to the flat, because I know that the flat defender has dropped off into the slant. So there's really nobody in that flat area. So
essentially, he's going to know if the slant ain't there, it's because the flat is. Got you. That's what he's trying to explain.
I can be late to getting to the flat.
Roundabout way.
I say all that to say we want to get back and we want to try to hit the slant. So I'm coming back and I'm reading this defender right here. I know that if this defender gets out of here, there's a great window here to hit my slant and get my guy up there for a big play. So I'm verifying what that flat defender is doing. Look at the flat defender right here. Now, I get it. You complete this. I'm not going to be mad at you, but we've got 3rd and 4 yards. I'm always a guy that likes to complete a play, complete a ball past the sticks or at the sticks instead of having to throw it under the sticks.
Nice.
And him running there if I have that choice. But my point being, again, hold here. Get ready to throw the slant, read this guy, and then recover to your flat if that guy has been slow to play the flat. Right here, look at that defender. He's taking off. He's moving. Here's my window. Here's my completion. Again, I get it.
So if he's reading the flat and then if he's reading the slant and then gonna go to the flat, along reading the slant, how did he not see the wide open man in the middle of the field for the first down? And that's my criticism of it, is that, and he's got time. Now, it's not like some of the other plays where it looks like he's under duress or he can maybe feel the pressure coming. He can see everybody. He can see everybody in front of him. Why didn't he take the first down throw to, I don't know. I think that's Cedric Wilson in the center right there.
This guy's 5 yards
That's
off.
That's the criticism I have.
All that stuff is good, especially in a normal situation.
I mean, and he came right out in front and sat right there. Shortest distance between 2 points is straight line, and he's over the sticks. That would be the throw to make. And I get why Kurt Warner is reading it and reading what happened. What I'm saying is, why is everything only on one side of the field in the progression? He has the time, and I'm hoping maybe he gets more comfortable with the time created in the pocket, that he'll make that next read or not miss, Cedric Wilson. I'm sure he's looked at that tape and was like, damn, I should throw it right to him. I was looking that way.
But I know that this guy's got to catch it and get all the way to there to get the first down. I want to look at the slant first. Just a little too quick for me to go to the flat. Hit the slant, recover to the flat. I see this happen all the time. Get it out there. Now, his guy does a nice job in making a guy miss, but you see why. Right there, that's defense advantage, especially if we don't throw a great ball and we've got to turn our guy around.
I mean, you can see the linebacker look back as Tua already threw the ball, and I'm talking about the linebacker closest to Cedric Wilson in the center of the field. He's looking back and going, oh, shit, he threw it to that guy because he's like, that's my man. I messed up. Actually, I think that's the nickel over there because I think that's the middle linebacker deep back on this play out there. And, yeah, okay, he probably would have got hit right after catching the ball, but it would have been for the first down, and it would have been the more sure thing rather than putting it to Chase Edmonds, who had to make a move to get this first down.
Just a little too quick for me to go to the flat. Hit the slant, recover to the flat. I see this happen all the time. Get it out there. Now, his guy does a nice job in making a guy miss, but you see why? Right there, that's defense advantage, especially if we don't throw a great ball and we've got to turn our guy around. Defense advantage, he can make the tackle there. Great job making his guy miss and getting the first down, but I want to see these guys really understand what they're doing, set to that slant, recover to the flat, instead of just getting it out there and panicking to that flat right now. Hope that all makes sense. Still got the completion, got the first down, all good right there. Here's another one. What do we got? Play action, same thing, skinny post, 7 stop, check,
all right.
Flat. Okay, nope, on the skinny post. Now he works back to the 7 stop like he hit before. You decide, okay? He's set. He's ready for it. I think he can probably make a throw, but I get what he sees. He sees this corner dropping back. He sees this guy with depth. I'm 100% okay with dropping it down here because everybody is getting depth. Even if maybe you can make that throw.
Yeah, look, I will see this type of action from this offense, especially with the speedsters now. They're going to trail linebackers deep into the secondary, and there's going to be a tight end to leak out with no one there. Look no further than Kansas City on how they use Kelsey, the same way that a lot of the great tight ends are getting big yards because they catch the ball in space and they can run for the next 7 yards with no one even close. I mean, look, everyone is literally forever. They're 15 yards away from him right now with the football. And when you're a good big tight end, you know, even though they get tackled, the ideology in a football game too, you guys got to remember, is I want to beat you up. Come the fourth quarter, when that play is called and Durham Smythe's coming running downhill, that nickel corner might just dip his shoulder a little more or dive at him, try to grab him by his legs, make a poor tackle where Durham Smythe now pushes him in the ground and he's taking it 25 yards rather than 6 or 7 like he should have.
Nice progression. Nice progression. Get your feet. Give me an accurate throw.
I mean, there's nothing open downfield.
These are little things, but don't put
it's the only open man on this play.
Shoulder. These things are huge. Stopping our guy when he catches the ball.
Yeah,
and
true
giving
that.
The defense
inaccurate a little bit there, and it's not that common. So that's the kind of stuff we expect to see him do, is put the ball on the right shoulder. He just showed a play where that's where he did. So I'm sure I don't expect to see a lot of wrong side of where the ball is.
Chance to react is completely different. Throwing him up the field and letting him get downhill to run. Who knows? Maybe we get the first down right there. But just little things. But I like the decision. I like the quick decisions. I like the way that he's going through his progressions and thinking the game. These are things that I believe Tua can do at an extremely high level. All right? Here we go against the Eagles off of the play action. All right, Speedy Gonzalez down here. Tyreek Hill is running the post. And this is what Tyreek Hill does. Watch this. Play action. Corner's running. Safety's running. Backside safeties. Everybody's running. Somebody try to stop Tyreek Hill.
Get the angle. Try to get over top of him. Do something. A lot of and in this scenario, all these guys, sometimes you take this shot and they just get right in the way of him being able to have a chance at the football, and then you get the flag. This is another reason you got to take these shots.
So you could easily say, well, maybe this is the throw on the play that you make because the safety's running out of here.
That's right, Mo.
I could live with that. But you could also say, hey, my guy's better than your guy. My guy's faster than your guy.
The realest Buffalo Bills fan Yeah, you're right, Mo. You're right. I do have Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas rookie cards. So, cooler fan than most Buffalo Bills fan, and I ain't even a fan.
And we're going to let it go, and we're going to go get 50 yards to start this game. Now, here's something I want to show you guys. Okay, so a lot of people are going to say this is underthrown, and there's no question that it's underthrown. This is something that I saw from Tua in college on his deep throws. And one of the reasons why I think he struggles to get the ball out there is I want you to see, look where his feet are going.
So note what Kurt Warner just said. He said he's seen Tua do these type of throws since college. I mean, I don't know, quarterback coach or, whomever. Someone needs to help him with that part of his mechanics if it's a regular thing since then. He needs to do a better job of keeping his shoulders square in this throw.
Look where his feet are going, and you're going to watch where this ball goes. You lose power as a quarterback when your body is going one direction, because that's where you create your power. Off your back foot, through your body. So my power is going off here to the right-hand side where my foot's going, and I drop my arm and try to launch the ball out here to the left-hand side. So again, you see where the ball's going, and then the ball just kind of dies on him. Doesn't have the power and strength. Some of this is technique. Some of this may be, I don't feel like I've got enough arm, so I'm going to try to put everything into it. And when I do that, I often will step one way, let my arm get away from me, and throw it another way. And when we think that we're going to get more power on it, we lose power on it. Nice catch. We still get a big play. But something I want everybody to pay attention to on these deep throws. Technique. Drive.
Oh, don't worry, Kurt. We'll be studying every deep throw, completed or not completed, and critical all over. This fan base, nothing misses this fan base. It's just every nuance will be found, good or bad.
Your foot to the throw. I want to see the front foot and the body going towards your throw. I don't want to see it going over here when the ball's going another direction, or naturally you're not going to get the power and strength on the football to get it out there, especially to a guy like Tyreek Hill.
Boom, shakalaka. I think this is the Trent Sherfield. This is the second Tyreek Hill throw.
Yeah, these are the things that he's really, really good at. And he lets it happen really fast. He gets his head turned. Okay, we're going to have a flat. We're going to have an over. And we're going to have a corner, which we have on a lot of nakeds. Okay, we're coming out. We're looking at this defender right here. What does this defender do? This defender works to the flat right now. This
is why I love a bootleg right here. He's going to roll out with time and space. If nobody was there, he might have extra time, in which case he'd probably look for the deeper throw. But look at it. Give him three options, cut the field in half. I don't like cutting the field in half personally, but I do like how they scheme it with all these options for him to look at.
Look how quickly he's able to get this turned and the ball out to Tyreek Hill. Great throw on the run. This is stuff he's really, really good at. Nakeds are going to be a huge.
So I look down here, and that's Durham Smythe, got his man beat over top. Now, is that a shot we'll see Tua take? Because, look, I like the throw to Tyreek Hill. It was the right throw, and for all the right reasons. But in this same play with these three progressions, and Durham Smythe having that over his man, you need the touchdown. It's before the end of half, end of the game. This is the play. I got to see him take that touchdown.
Huge part of what they do, but I love how quickly he makes these decisions, and is able to load up and make that second level throw. Nice chunk throw there. We're going to come back with another naked here. Boom, another naked. Gets his head turned. Okay, head turned now. This is what he's looking at. This happens really quickly. Watch how quickly he gets this throw out here to Craycraft. Boom. Out in front. Great touch ball on the.
It was on the freaking button, too. Craycraft didn't slow down a teak. It just hit him right in the breadbasket. It was a beautiful throw.
Get ourselves a touchdown right
Matchbox
there. Really,
20
really well
money.
done, but he does a good job on the move simplified the game, and he's very, very accurate on those mid-range throws, even on the move, off of play action, all of that stuff. Okay, so this one here, this one's tough. Okay, so I can put this as much on the system as anything. So what's going to happen here is probably going to have the offensive line take these 4, okay, and then these are our linebackers right here. So that's usually who you account for. This is a safety right here. Eagles are going to come down and bring the backside linebacker and the safety. We have nobody to take care of the safety. He's going to be a free runner. A lot of times when we do this in the offenses I'm in, we run a side adjust back here. So this guy and the quarterback have to see this safety. If that safety blitzes, we're going to run a quick out. We're going to run a hitch. We're going to adjust our route to a quick throw because we know we don't have.
This is the thing that I was, after I did the episode last night with all the guys, shout out to everybody again that came. I went on TD and he had a good question about what's the thing you need or want this, you want to see. It wasn't need to see. What I want to see. This is the type of stuff I want to see, where they recognize this, Tua recognizes it, and says something. You know what I'm saying? And either adjusts the play or at least makes the wide receiver aware of the adjustment or what can happen. So let's continue.
Have him protected. But as a quarterback, you have to understand this. Back does his job and goes and picks up the linebacker. This guy's coming free. Okay, so we don't adjust it back here. This guy's running a deep route. What do I need to know as a quarterback? Okay, where is my quick throw? I probably can't.
That's what gets you franchise quarterback. That's what you pay the big bucks for. And it's that type of quarterback play is what I think I expect of Tua as an NFL franchise guy.
Can't hold the football. He's going to try to run a deep corner right here. First of all, the corner's outside, so I don't even like the leverage on it. But knowing you can't throw this corner until this receiver gets outside the cornerback, where's your quick throw? My quick throw right here is this flat. Now, again, he's able to get this off, but he has to rush it, I believe, and doesn't have a proper look. We're going to miss that throw most of the time. So I'd like to see in this offense a side adjust on the backside or Tua. Understand the pressure, try to find your quick throw and get a completion instead of rushing a deeper throw. But again, I'm going to put that as much on the system as I'm going to put it on Tua. But those are the things we have to understand as quarterbacks to try to help us to be successful, even when the defense calls something that would give them a win in a particular situation.
That's elite status right there. That's in the playbook. That's in the film room. And that's worthy of franchise status. And you give that man hundreds of millions of dollars, apparently, these days. Not 100 million, hundreds of millions.
I like this one right here. So they're coming off the play action. Okay, they're trying to hit this skinny post right here. Okay, free safety sitting in there. Don't like it. Maybe the linebacker gave me enough of a hesitation. I couldn't get it over the top of him and beat the safety. I like the progression. I go right from that skinny post. I'm not going to force it. I'm going to step up a little bit. I'm going to get lined up again, and I'm going to take the comeback to the outside. Good throw on the money to the outside. Love the progression.
That's the sure field pass. This was an excellent, excellent play and pass. I love this play. I love how it's set up, how it gave Sherfield the room, and I like how Sherfield smoked his guy too.
The progression. I go right from that skinny post. I'm not going to force it. I'm going to step up a little bit.
Totally sat down hard and caused the DB to get on his outside so he could box him out.
Take the comeback to the outside. Good throw on the money to the outside. Love the progression there. Really, really good with that sort of stuff. Again, kind of like Justin Fields we talked about earlier in the week. The stuff that we simplify, we keep the concepts smaller, not as many things to think about. They've both been really, really good with it. Have to continue.
See, I don't like that talk. I don't want simplifications. I get it early on, but this is why I was saying earlier, come week 10, 11, 12, I want to see it complex because of the growth from where he starts in this system to where that goes for postseason success. That's what we need. That's what we want.
Continue to improve in the drop back game, but that's not a huge part of this offense. They're not great in the drop back game, or at least the other offenses that run this particular offense, San Francisco, the Rams, those aren't necessarily have been their strengths in the past. Here's another naked bootleg. We come out, okay? He sees it quickly. Look again, how quickly he gets to that second level throw. Boom, ball's out. He's completing it. And even the defense here knows it, right? Oh, I know I got the flat. Oh, I know that second level crosser's coming. If we hesitate and we take too long to get there, he's going to get back to that throw. Instead, good throw by Tua. Good job getting the ball out, knowing what he's reading, making another nice throw on the deep crosser. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. We've seen it a number of times. Play action. We're reading this backer coming down. Now we've got the skinny post back behind it. Watch Tua. Back, set, plant your feet. Ball's out quick. Accurate throw, beats the safety. Nicely done. You're going to see a lot of this year. And you see it.
And I love how Mike Gesicki used his hands to catch that football, because I'm tired of watching him trying to catch footballs with his body. I hate that.
We'll just go back, and you're going to see, once again, we're going to run the skinny post. And then what are you going to have on the other
Hello,
side?
Elliot.
You're going to have some sort of return. It's a big concept within this offense that you're going to see. You don't like it? Work back to the other side. Nice throw there to his tight end.
Yeah, fire. Is that it? Got one more? Oh, no, I guess that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. I mean, is preseason. We got to see more. I'm sure Tua would agree. I want to see the complexities of the Mike McDaniel scheme be executed early on. I know they have a good game plan come week one. There's no doubt in my mind that they've put the work in to be ready for that game. And we're definitely going to be doing some scouting, doing some pregame stuff, some looking at, our self-scouting against the team, what we want to see, how we think it can be executed for a win, all that good stuff in the days to come. And, I don't know. I just wanted to show you guys some of this stuff. A lot of different people have different things. Can't tell me Kurt Warner don't know what the hell he's looking at. So you got to respect what he's saying. But you know what? We're just going to get on with our lives and wait to see better football. And this team's going to have to take it to the TFTG. That needs to happen because this fan base needs it. We deserve it. And it's high time. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Come over to YouTube. Subscribe over here. If you guys are, not, come over here and subscribe. Get in on the chat. Welcome all the new people. Appreciate you guys. Check out all the great content we got on the network. Tonk 7, TMI Tuesdays, live around 9. Color doing some co-hosting. You guys can catch Color typically on Thursdays, doing late night, also during the week on some coffee with a cup of Color. Saturday, late night exhale with Ali coming at you, crushing it on the Saturday nights. And then you got me, El Capitan, all the other days of the week. Even on some of the days the other boys is on, I'll be jumping on that Cash App, Venmo. Help support the channel, guys. It always help us grow. You can also support the channel by hitting up the links in the description. We got Backroom Collections. Offer code #TFTG will give you 10% off. Fanatics link. Get some of your Dolphins gear. Use the link in the description. It helps the show. Super chats are always welcome. Any way you guys can help always is appreciated. I think they do like super thanks or something like that. Duke says, Captain, losing Byron, does it mean more zone defense, maybe playing a bit more safe on defense? I mean, look, I think I expected zone defense against the Patriots anyhow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want to put pressure on Mac Jones. You want to make sure that their run game doesn't get going. You want to play nickel, dimes, some zone. You want to mix them up. But I don't think it's going to hold us back. I think we forget, Dolphins fans, we're spoiled with two really good boundary corners. A lot of teams are hoping to find one. We've had two. We still got X out there with our safeties, Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. They could pick up a lot of slack if you were to take Nick Needham and put him on the boundary and then have someone else playing slot, or whatever combination of how they want to do it, because his defense is top notch. And the best news is the offense is going to counterbalance the defense in a way that's going to be successful finally around this month. It's going to be great. Let's see. Checking out the poll. Got the poll up there. Waddle and Hill are neck and neck right now. 42 and 40%. Waddle edging out Hill in the poll. Make sure you guys let me know in the poll. We'll figure it out here in just a second. All right. Team Compton. There's another article I wanted to read here. Sunset and staff. Oh, here it is. Okay, so Gaskin and Ahmed and how they survived the Dolphins' bid to improve the position, and also Waddle news. Per Barry Jackson, Myles Gaskin and Sylvan Ahmed, buddies and former teammates at University of Washington, didn't have a survivors watch party on Tuesday night, but they could have. During an offseason where the Dolphins seemed determined to upgrade the running back position, the team ultimately ended up keeping two members of last year's backfield along with two newcomers. The new additions, Chase Edmonds and Raheem Moser, are expected to play ahead of Gaskin and Ahmed, but the two incumbents justifiably feel a sense of accomplishment after seizing roster spots in a 7-man preseason running back competition. Both beat out veteran Sony Michel and two younger players vying for a position on the 53. Gaskin also overcame a financial dynamic working against him. His entire $2.5 million salary was not guaranteed unless he makes the roster for week 1, which, I mean, let's be real. Gaskin was going to get that money. He's like, I need my 2.5. I've been playing cheap around here. I need my knee mines. So now that he gets it, he's going to stick around. Did Gaskin, late season starter, ever feel like the odds were against him as the Dolphins kept adding new additions to the running back room? I quote from Gaskin. He says, I guess I got the pressure. My parents asking me, other people asking me. He said, obviously it was a stacked room. I wanted to be here. I'm pretty confident. I'm a pretty confident person. What got me here was working every single day and believing in myself. He said the fact that Dolphins signed 3 veteran running backs was motivation, but was able to pick up a few things from these guys, learning from Chase Edmonds, him and I being the same type of running back, smaller type is what he said. Mastering the team's new wide zone blocking system also helped. I've been studying like a kid again, like college, making flashcards, doing everything I can to pick it up as fast as I can, Gaskin said. Gaskin, who per carry average dropped from 4.1 on 142 carries in 2020 to a not a very good 3.5 on 173 carries last season, is no longer the starter, and his playing time conceivably could plummet. Nevertheless, I'm excited to be on this team, he says. I'm excited to see what we got going on this year. Ahmed, meanwhile, survived even though he's rushing average behind a poor offensive line, and that same difference for Gaskin too. It was a poor offensive line for blocking. In fact, it was a far and away worse offensive line for blocking than it was for pass blocking. That's just the way it was. His Ahmed's plunged from a 4.3 on 75 carries in 2020 to only getting 54 attempts, averaging 2.8 yards an attempt in 2021. He seems a good fit in this new offensive system, though. It's a fun offense to be a part of, Ahmed said. Mike McDaniel is a genius. Asked if he and Gaskin had a moment this week to celebrate or at least acknowledge they survived another roster cut down. Ahmed smiled. Happy to have my dog here, he said. McDaniel called the running back competition brutal. Sony didn't make it easy, but give those guys credit. One of the things that I was really impressed with was whenever we were signing running backs in this offseason, Miles and Sylvan in particular, how they handled it. No, not sulking. It was like clockwork. They were outside on the field with weight vests on and working. Yeah, those boys were teammates in college. So I'm sure they're stoked that they're both here. Not too dissimilar, as close as them two were, as the undrafted free agent rookie that is now back on our team, Rome McKinley III, with Javon Holland. So good news, good things, good action. What's happening, everybody? Coming in here a little bit later on. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Elliot, Jason, Booback, Blake. What's up, everybody? Well, Blake, you've been here. Jason, EM, what's going on, buddy? Barry, what's happening? FinsUp, everyone. So, yeah, man, we went through all the Kurt Warner film, went through the coach's interview, went through all the player interviews, all the videos, and, had our chance at a couple of these articles and stuff like that. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. We're going to shut her down. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll probably have a panel or something like that, and we'll get all into it. Maybe I'll jump on during the day. Who knows, man? We'll be all about it. But, guys, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, make sure you're coming over to YouTube, subscribing over here. And also, guys, make sure that you're hitting the like button. Please, please, please. And I'll see you guys next time. Fins up, everybody.